Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We are here early in the morning because we have Dress My Craft with us today, and we are so excited because they always bring fabulous projects. I'm going to bring Shalini in from Dress My Craft. Hey, Shalini.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm so glad that despite of this much of time difference, we are able to make it out at one point of time. And it really excites me that crafting brings the whole world together no matter what the time is.
Right. I think so too. It's awesome that we get people from all over the world watching, and
Absolutely.
it makes me happy because I love to share.
Yeah, you are doing a great job that without any self-interest, you're doing so much of, live videos for people. I'd really appreciate.
Yes. Do you want to let people know what Anu is going to be presenting today?
Yeah, sure. So, hi everyone. A very, very good morning to all of you. For some of you, it could be good evening, or like for me, it's 8:30 in the evening, which is almost going to be a good night. So, welcome everyone coming over here and having a class with us. So, today we have got a beautiful designer, Anu, here, and what she has decided to teach is a fun card. As we know, the Christmas is around the corner, and the weather is already giving you Christmas vibes when you go out to the market or for shopping, you already know it's red, green, white everywhere. So it's Christmas coming up. So we decided to teach a Christmas card today for that matter. But we have a twist. Our Santa or our cute little charm is not going to stay there where it is. It's gonna spin around, spin, 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 spin. So it's gonna be a beautiful spinner card which we are doing today. And N will be helping you how to get all the material what you get to see, because I know once you've learned something, the first urge everybody has it, how can I get it? And the good news is that you will be able to get in your local country as well. So if you're in US, and will be able to help you with the same. So without any further delay, I want to bring in Anu here, who will show you that what kind of a beautiful card she has created and what she's going to be teaching. Wow, look at this, the Santa has already started spinning. So that's the card for today, and I'm sure you all will love it, because not just it's super duper cute, but the size. Anu, the size, I love it. And let people know that what inspired you making this size, and today what are we going to learn. Over to you, Anu.
Hi everyone, a very warm welcome in our live session. So, winter is upon us, Christmas is upon us, and today we are going to enjoy, this season, this Christmas magical season with this wonderful, wonderful handmade card, which has a very cute, adorable, interactive, element going on, which is here, which spins beautifully. So this is a winter card which we'll be creating. This time we have gone a little different than traditional sizes of the cards which we generally do. Every time whenever we, come up, we have slim lines for you, we have mini slim lines for you, and we have your standard size card as well. But this time we have gone with a little smaller size, which is very cute, very adorable, and fits perfectly well with your teeny tiny dies and these adorable elements. So this is a 4 by 4 card. We call it a note card, and this time we are going to be creating this card together. This is a perfect card to be, sent into the mail. This is a perfect card to be put onto your, Christmas party table. This is a perfect card to be taken to, if you are looking forward to take some workshops, some classes, and you are, going to do a Christmas party together with your friends or with your family. This is going to be amazing, amazing size for sure. So this is what we'll be creating today, and I think so. Uh, and now I would like to take permission from Anne so that we can just move forward with the tutorial.
Yep, go ahead. I have you full screen.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Anne.
Now, Anu, over to you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so this card has a lot of beautiful elements combined together to create this beautiful scene. Here we are going to begin with this card by creating the card base and the background for this one. So let's begin. Let's take up the cardstocks we require to create this card. Today we'll be using some premium cardstocks from Just My Craft, in which the first one we have here is this white cardstock. The cardstocks we are using today I'll be sharing the names and the GSM for all of them. So this is a white cardstock and it is 300 GSM. Very nice GSM cardstock. Great whether you are creating your cards, your envelopes, or your boxes. This is a nice and sturdy cardstock. Apart this, we'll be using some colors from this amazing tropical cardstock family. So it is a beautiful family of 20 colors which comes in 250 GSM. And from this set of colors, we have picked up these three colors. So we have a beautiful red, classic red color. We have a beautiful brown, that's mouse brown, and that's our pretty cream shade. Nice and creamy brown color. So these are the three shades which we have picked up. Now, the reason why we have picked up these three colors only and why not any other color is because the elements which I have used here actually has a lot of nice browns and reds in its attire, right? There's a red cap, there's a red, a scarf in here. The mouth of the bear has some elements of light and dark brown colors. So, to resonate with the entire look of that character, we have built up the entire scene in the same colors. So, accordingly, whichever element, whichever character you're going to be putting in to onto your card, you can choose the shades accordingly from our tropical cardstock pack. Now, now that you have all the cardstocks out, let's begin with some cutting and chopping. For that, I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer here and we're going to first start with the card base. For the card base, let's pick up the white cardstock and let's cut it to a beautiful size of 4 by 8 inches. I'm going to be cutting it lengthwise here from at 4, then turn it around and cut it at 8. This way you get a panel measuring 4 by 8 inches. Perfect. Now for the top over here, we need another smaller panel. So for the top, I will take a panel which is 3/4 by 3/4 inches. That's 2 of our panels done. For the matting, here I'll be picking up a lighter brown shade. For that, I have this one. We'll cut this at 3/7 by 3/7 inches. The measurements are super duper simple. We have taken the margins of 1/8 inches from both the sides to get a nice boundary around our panels. So this is how it is. Layering. Perfect. I'll be sharing the sizes once again with all of you so that you can note it down quickly. So here we have 4 by 8 inches. That's our card base. Our top panel is 3/4 by 3/4. Then this is the matting panel, which is 3/7 by 3/7 inches. Perfect. After you're done with these 3 panels, lastly, I'll cut one more panel for the snow, which we have created in the front of the scene. So for this one, I'll probably take this one here and I'll just cut it at 1.5 inches wide and I'll keep the length as much as it is. I've taken an extra length. That's because I'll be tearing it up. I'll tell you a little later on that why exactly we have taken an extra length. Meanwhile, once we have done with all of this cutting, all of this chopping, let's move forward to the next step where we have some scoring to be done. For the scoring purposes, here we have our multi-purpose scoring board. I'll only be scoring my card-based panel, which is 4 by 8 inches, as you see on the scoring board. On the 8 inch side, we'll score it at 4. By scoring it, you'll see you've got a nice dent on your paper, and this way you'll be able to easily fold it down. Perfect. Done. Look at that. This is all the panels we are done with. Let's quickly take our Ergo Bone folder. That's our Ergo Bone folder. And this is something I always recommend whenever you are creating cards or scrapbooks or boxes. This is the tool to go for whenever you need to burnish down your paper so that it becomes nice and flat. And the best part about this tool is it is quite ergonomic, as the name suggests. It is very comfortable in your hand. The grip is amazing, and you do not need to apply a lot of pressure while you do this step. That's amazing part about it. Now, once you have this done, once you are done with these panels, let's set these aside. We'll be doing the assembly part a little later on in the video. Let's first work on the ingredients. Let's create all the elements. Now, let's pick up this small piece of white cardstock. This is 1.5, and the length is a little bigger than the actual size of the card. Now, we are going to be adding some tearing effect onto this panel to give it a nice and rough edge. Now, why this rough edge? We are going to create this rough edge to give it an illusion of snow, right? Because the snow is not very, it is soft. The snow is generally soft, but it is not proper. I can say it is not crisp and clean. It is a little bit up and down, up and down, up and down, right? So to create that texture and to create that effect of being it spread out in the land, that is why we will be doing that kind of an effect. Now, how you're supposed to do that? You're simply gonna take this. We're going to hold it from one end like that, and we're going to tear it naturally this way, right? I'm keeping the larger portion hold like that, and the smaller portion, the top portion, I'm just pulling towards me. If you're going to pull it towards yourself, you're going to get a rough texture over here. If you're going to do it otherwise, right? If you're going to pull this one away from you, you will not get that beautiful texture. So make sure every time you're doing this effect, you're pulling the smaller part towards yourself so that the larger part has that rough edge coming on. Let's quickly do that. And when you're going to do it, don't go simply straight, go a little wavy while you're doing it so that you get a nice snow hill effect. Get that? That beautiful effect looks great. Let's tear it a little bit more. And done. Perfect. Flatten it up a little bit if required, and you have a beautiful snow hill ready. Now, that's also done. Now let's come back and let's talk about these beautiful elements, these trees, the house, how we have created it. So first let's talk about the trees, how we have taken it out. So we have used this beautiful winter trees die set. It is a wonderful, wonderful die, and you can use it in many ways. If you're going to be using it in white color, you will have a totally different look. If you are creating a night scene, you can actually go ahead and use it in darker shades, maybe a blue or a green or a black shade. Here, if you want to create a fun card, a poppy card, you can actually choose the colors as per the character or as per the feel of the card. So here we have chosen a beautiful mouse brown color using this die. Let me just share the size of the die with you. It is appropriate size for your small cards as well, for your slimline cards as well, and even if you are creating some layouts or ornaments, Christmas ornaments, this is a wonderful, wonderful die. Now, using this, what we have done is we have already pre-cut it on the mouse brown color cardstock. It's beautiful. The intricacy is amazing. Love this one. Now, apart this, we also need some houses. So for the houses, we have used this cute houses die set. This is one of our best sellers, and this is something which you can actually use in any season. You can create a Christmassy card out of it, and you can create even a summer card out of it. You can create a fall card out of it, and many more. These houses are so versatile, you can actually use them in any color scheme or any theme as well. So today, for this card, we have chosen the small, house out of this one. So this has three beautiful houses. Let me just quickly share all of the three designs. This is amazing. All of the three houses are different in size and shape and design. So you get a variety in one single pack. Today we are using this one, and we have die cut this on classic red, one on this pretty cream, that's light brown color, and one on the white color as well. So we have cut it on three different colors. Now the reason why we have cut it in three different colors, because we wanted to give it some variety of shades in one single house. That is the reason why. If you wish to use a single color, feel free to do that. Here I'm going to share a quick example with all of you. I've used a single color of house over here in this card. So this is a example of how well you can use it anywhere. So that's a small house. Again, we have used it in just white and brown color. Look at that. That's a brown color. The trees are in green. So that's your classic colors. And that's again a Christmas card for all of you. So you can use it in single color, and you can use it in multiple color as well. I'll share another example with you. Quick one. See, here we have the houses in simply white colors. That's it. But we have added some different colors in the backside. So this is another way you can actually play with this. This is again a Christmas card, says merry and bright. Wonderful, wonderful with that. So there's so many ways you can use it. I have more inspirations. Stay with us till the end. I'll be sharing a couple more card ideas with all of you using these amazing dies. Okay, let's move forward. Now, how you need to stick these together, how you need to assemble this house, let's learn that. Now for the assembly part, we have to first do some cutting. So for fussy cutting, I'm going to quickly pick up my precision scissors. The scissors I trust for all my fussy cutting needs. So I'm going to be separating that beautiful roof out of this red color cutout. Look at that. Can you see that embossed line over here? There we are going to cut it. So let's just cut it out. Separate it well. You can use it in any other, a combination of elements. Let's save this for my next project, and let's curve it up. Perfect. Done. That's the roof we have taken out. Now, this is the base. We're not cutting this one, but on the white one, we'll be taking out these windows separately. So this has all the embossing there, right? So all you need to do is just simply cut on the embossed lines. So I'm sharing with you how you're supposed to cut it. These embossed lines act as a guideline that how and where you need to cut it. You can simply separate these areas and then chop them up. Perfect. Done. Same way, I'm going to separate this and cut it. It's super duper easy to cut it this way. Now this is an optional step for sure. This is just to beautify the element a little bit more. If you feel, no, I'm quite happy with how it is looking already, you can simply skip this step. Here's a small little window on top. I'm quickly going to just chop it. And then we're going to learn the next step where we will be simply sticking all of the detailed pieces together to build a beautiful, beautiful house. So for that, let's quickly take the glue and let's start assembling the elements. I'm going to take some tacky glue and add it to the back of the roof. Stick it on top. These are going to align beautifully well on top of your base. Look at that. Perfect. Let's add the tiny little pieces which belong to the windows. Align it nicely and you get a beautiful window over there. If you want to take it to a next level, what you can do is you can actually add some acetate on the back side of the windows as well. If you want to, if you are that crazy and if you want to do that, right? Otherwise, I today for today's card, I'm gonna be skipping that up. But generally, whenever I am creating these houses, I like to add that acetate on the back side. It truly looks great. Perfect. Look at that. Everything aligns beautifully with the die cutout. Look at that. Now it is looking so super adorable. If you wish to give it some more, texture or some shadows, you can even go ahead and add some de-stressing on top of it. Maybe a little bit on the edges over here or a little bit over the top area. However, I feel this is looking all so cute already. I do not feel like adding anything more on top of it. Right? Perfect. Okay, let's move forward. Now we have our, cute little house ready. We have the trees ready with us. Let's just keep these dies aside. We have a sentiment already ready. So that says happy holidays. That's what we are using today. Now let's go ahead and start assembling our card. Okay. So we already have the card base. We already have this matting panel. Let's first stick both of these together. With the help of some liquid glue, I'm going to be adding this one. If you wish to add some dimension, you can go ahead and use a foam adhesive. Let's stick this up. Once it is done, make sure you take your ergo bone folder and you're going to burnish this panel very well. So every time if you feel that the edges on your panels are always coming off, the reason could be you're not adding enough glue at that area or you are not using your ergo bone folders to, spread the glue underneath. So it could be both the things, right? So make sure you're adding enough glue on the areas required and you're using your ergo to spread out the glue everywhere so that every time you are creating your card, none of your edges are going to be coming out. They should be like these, amazing, nice and stuck. Perfect. Okay, let's move forward now. Before adding this panel over here on top, let's first do all the sticking part on top. That means let's firstly add all the trees and the snow and the house on top, right? Let's first do that. Okay, so before I go ahead, because I have given a beautiful texture over here of the snow, I would want to give some texture onto the edges as well. To give some de-stress texture, I will be taking the scissors. I'll open it up and I'll just scratch the hand of the scissor over here on the edge. This way, my cardstock is going to get a little torn up from the edges and it is going to give you a very nice and rough effect. If you have a de-stressing tool with you, we can even do that, use that to create this effect. I like to do it with my scissors. It looks very nice and raw. Perfect. Done. Now, the next step, I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to see which area I'm going to stick over here. I think that this is nice and perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to chop off the extra section with the help of my scissors. Perfect. Done. Now, in the next step, I will be adding some distressed effect onto the edges over here, just so that both of these together looks like a part, right? Perfect. Now, let's move forward. I'll be adding this piece of snow on the bottom edge with the help of some foam tapes. So let's do that. I'm going to take a nice 18 foam tape and I'll just add it over here. Done. And I'll be sticking it here. I'm not adding more tape over here because I want to insert a couple of elements inside this panel. So I'm leaving that much of gap. And let's peel off the tapes and stick this down. Perfect. Good to go. Okay. Next step, let's take these trees. I'm going to cut them individually. Here, here, and here. In the next step, what I'm doing is I am simply sticking it down. Let's glue it. Whenever I need to glue any of these tiny little areas, I always use the dot method where simply, add the glue in tiny dots, take out the excess glue, and then add the elements. I'll be just sticking it at the corner here. Let's take all the trees and add them around. You can add them in any, combination because it is a very thinly designed tree. There's a lot of intricacy in this tree. So I'm adding a thicker one along with it like that. And I'm going to manage with the height as well. If this is bigger, I'll keep it a little shorter, this one. And this has a lot of gaps in it, so I'll keep it here on the other side. This is just to balance that every element over here on your card has been proportionately added. This has two trees, so it is nice and heavy. This one goes on the back because here this is going to be a heavier element. So accordingly, we have chosen a lighter, a little, a lighter tree over this side. Perfect. Done. Now let's move forward and let's add this cute little house over here in the front. To add this one, what I'll do, I'll use some foam tapes, and this time I want to lift it up a little bit. So for that, I'll use a thinner foam tape. This is a 4 size, and I'm doubling this up. I'll add it to the back side of the house here and here. This goes here. Perfect. Now, onto the back side here, I'll add 3 layers of foam tape accordingly. Already have 2. So let's add 2 first of all on the top. I'll take another small piece and add on top. Because we already have a single layer tape onto this section, so I have to balance the height for this element. So accordingly, we have added 3 layers on the top section. Once you are done with it, let's stick this element. Perfect. Look at that. All done. Now, I think now it is nice and ready. Now we can go ahead and stick it on top. For rest of the elements, we can add it in the last. Again, we'll use some liquid glue to finish this off over here. Stick this down. Today's card is something which you can actually create very quickly. We have intentionally created it in such a way. We have used minimal supplies, first of all. We have kept the size quite compact, and the elements we have used are very simple and easy to put together. Look at this. Already done. Now it's time to take the sentiment, to take the embellishments as well, and add it to the card. Now, generally, I add the sentiment in the very last on every card, but this time I'm putting up the sentiment um, right now because I want to save the last few moments of this card making journey with the interactive elements on this card. That is going to be our spinners. I will be talking a little bit about it and then we're going to add that. Okay, so meanwhile, I'm grabbing the supplies. Let's quickly add some snowflakes as well. Oh, by the way, I missed showing it to you. So this is our penguin and snowflake mix. Wonderful, wonderful mix. It has the snowflakes in blue and white color. It also has these, confetti in white. It also had these cute little penguins. Look at that. So super duper cute. So you can add a couple of penguins on your card as well if you wish to. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna add a couple of snowflakes here and there. Let's stick them up. I'll be using white for today as blue does not go with the theme of our card. However, if you're creating a different theme, a different color combination, you can even use the blue snowflakes from this set. Perfect. I've added just a couple of them. Now, let's move to the part which everyone is waiting for. So I'm going to be sharing some beautiful, beautiful spinners. So we have 3 amazing spinners to share today. And I'll be using the smallest one. The 3 spinners that we have available are these. So this is the pink spinner we have. This is a transparent spinner. These 2 are the exact same spinners, just the colors are different. And this is the amazing, amazing tiniest, I can say mechanism. You will see this is the nano spinner. It is of stainless steel and it spins at an amazing, amazing speed. So these spinners are amazing elements. These are very small. These can be hidden behind any of your elements. You can use them with your paper elements, your die cutouts or any paper based elements. You can even add it to your resin based embellishments, your cabochons, anything you think you can think of. These are great tools to be added to anything to make it interactive. You can actually literally take anything and add on top of this and make it spin. These are great for your mixed media projects. These are great for your cards. These are great for your any gifting ideas, whatever you are making. So whatever size fits your element, whichever you want to add, you can simply use that particular spinner. You can use a nano spinner anywhere. or these two spinners as well, depending upon the size of your element. Now, this is how the spinners looks like. So both the big spinners you see here, it has a smaller top like that, and it has a base as well. So these spinners can be used anyway. Both the sides can be used as a base. You can use them vice versa. Same for this transparent spinner over here, right? And then we have this nano spinner, which is very tiny mini. Look at that. Let me just bring it up close. I hope it is visible. So again, it has a, top section, which is here, and then the bottom flat base as well. This is again can be used interchangeably. Either you can use it from here or use it from here. Both ways, it is going to spin at the same speed. Now, how are you supposed to use it and what glues work with it? So basically, you can actually use any strong adhesive to stick these spinners. We recommend you can go for B6000, B7000, any strong glue, even any quick fix can work. Silicone glue works great. Today I have silicone glue with me. I love using this glue for my spinners, so I always, recommend this one. However, you can actually use any glue. Even your tacky glue is going to work if you are sticking paper to paper. If you are using any, if you're creating any paper-based project, and you are sticking the spinner, whatever element you are sticking on top is also paper or a paper based embellishment or a die cut out, you can actually go ahead and use your tacky glues very nicely over there. Now, as I will be using a cabochon over here, I'll be picking up the silicone glue for that matter. Now, let's move forward and let's pick up these beautiful Christmas embellishments. So these are the flat back cabochons which we have. These are in amazing mixes. We have lots and lots of beautiful, mixes over there, and we have these acrylic ones as well. I'm gonna pick up the same element which I have used in this card, this cute little, Chinese bear. This is the one I'll be using, cutie. So this fits perfect, and I will use this nano spinner over here because this spins at a wonderful speed. Now, every time you are using a spinner on any element, make sure that you are putting it not in the center but a little on the top section. This way, every time your element is going to stop after spinning, it is going to come straight up, right? Otherwise, if you're going to keep it in the center, the weight will not be distributed equally, so your element could stop upside down as well. If you wish that your element should be coming straight up, make sure you're always taking your um, spinners a little on the top section. Perfect, done. Now I'm gonna take some silicone glue. I will take it on a piece of cardstock, this much. Okay, intentionally I have done it because I'll be using a nano spinner. So for the nano spinner, it will be very difficult for me to put it nicely because it has a small surface area. So what I will do is I'll pick up the glue from here like that. You only need a little glue to stick the spinner on any element. So I'll just take this and I'll stick it over here. It is not in the center here, it is a little on the head area of the element. Once you have this done, hold it for some time, make sure it settles down a little bit, and then you can go ahead and actually add glue on the top section. Because the area is a little small, I don't want any of the glue onto the sides of my spinner. Otherwise, it may hinder with the smooth working on of my spinner. So accordingly, I'm simply using just a little on that section, and then I can go ahead and stick it on the place. So I'll stick it over here and make sure I am adding it at an area where it can spin nicely. Right? Perfect. So it has enough gap from the house here. and then I'm adding it. It is going to take a decent amount of time to actually dry down because we have used a liquid glue, right? Even though it is a thicker glue, it is still a liquid glue and it does take a little bit time to dry completely before it secures well, it bonds well, and we can start playing with our element, right? This is how we have added it. Look at that. I hope it is visible over there. And this is how it actually spins. I'm not going to play very much with it because then it is going to move from its position. However, this is how it looks. Now, there's one thing I really want to point out here. The height of the nano spinner is a little shorter than the height of the regular size spinners, right? Look at this. The width is smaller here and the width is a little bigger here, quite bigger here, right? So that is the reason why I have maintained a nice gap from this element so that when this cute little bear spins, it does not come in contact with the house over here. However, in the case of the regular size spinner, the height is nice here. So even if I can add it a little closer to the element because it goes over the top here, right? It goes over the top very nicely, right? So every time you're using any of the spinner, this is what you need to actually take care of, right? And with the tiny spinner, the speed is very, very, very amazing. Right now it is quite wet and I'm keep on spinning it. Sorry for that. Let's, keep it, dry, keep it settle down, and then I'm going to share it with you. And this is how actually your card is done. Super duper simple, quick and easy, and a fun element to go for. Let us know if there are people who are watching us live. Let us know how did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
So cute. Anu, that was a great job.
Thank you so much, Anne.
Shalini, I love those products. Everybody loves the spinners. They're great.
We're so happy to hear this because that's the whole idea that people should be able to unfold their more creative part, which they might be thinking about, but they need some mechanism. So we got this spinner especially to kind of go spinning and having fun with the spinners. That's the whole idea.
So cute. Dorothy, I did put a link in there. You can get the spinners and all of or most of Dress My Craft products over at scrapbook.com, and they do ship internationally. So
Yes.
yeah, you can get them there. And yeah, everybody had great comments. They love the card and they're
Thank
loving
you so much,
loving
everyone.
spinners.
Thank you so much.
Rebecca says, I can see kids playing with them endlessly. So can I.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's kids and it's like Anu and me also. Whenever there is a card on our table, and we kind of just pass by the table, we always make it a point. We spin it and then we pass by. We spin it and we pass by. So it's like an addiction. Once you have it on your table, you just can't stop playing with it.
Right.
Absolutely.
It would be perfect for kids' birthday cards too,
Yes.
Yes.
or even gift tags for Christmas.
Yes.
That would be cute.
And with the snowflakes, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are fun ideas. So maybe, if people like it, and if, people feel that they want to learn something more with the spinners, uh, maybe a little different than the cards, we are happy to get back and get more inspirations for all of you.
Yeah. I mean, so cute. And with the card that she did, there's so many color combinations. Everybody loved the excuse me, the craft and the red and the white together, but you could do so many color combinations.
Yes, you can actually.
Yes. Well, I want to remind everybody to like, share, and comment on this video with hashtag Bella Crafts to enter for this week's giveaway. And we'll be announcing last week's giveaway during Lisa's live at noon today, noon Central Time. So we want you to all come back and join us. And I want to thank Shalini and Anu for being here today. And remember to take some time to craft because it's good for your soul. And we will see you back here at noon. Thanks, everyone.